Hey, GED student Shayna was struggling with a multiplication problem that involved mixed numbers, which is a problem that a lot of students struggle with. So I just want to instill some common sense in us before we do the algorithm. So I'm actually going to do this problem by drawing a picture first, and then we'll look at the usual step-by-step process we look at. So, okay, what does this say? It says take the number 1 1/3 and times it by 2. Another way to think of that is to have the number 1 1/3 happen twice. So I'm going to draw a picture of that. So one whole thing. Now, I don't know why mathematicians are so obsessed with pi, but there's my pi. And then 1/3. So there's a picture of 1 1/3. Now, I said that I want that to be times 2. So I'm going to draw two pictures that look exactly the same, that are exactly 1 1/3. Now, obviously, by the definition of multiplication, what it means to multiply, you can see right here what I would get. I would get two whole things. And how many pieces? Two pieces of what size? Size third. So 1, 2, two pieces of size third. So I'd get 2 2/3. Now, a lot of students who go to do this problem don't get 2 2/3, they get 1 2/3. So what's the problem? Well, the problem is that you're forgetting that multiplication passes out. Multiplication has always passed out. It will always pass out. Let me show you what I mean. Let's take a look at back in the day when we would do 13 times 2. Not a mixed number, a whole number, something we're used to. Think about what 13 means. 13 means 10 and 3. 10, 1, 10 and 3 ones, and we multiplied to reflect that. We would say 2 times 3 is 6, but we would also pass out the 2 to the 1. 2 times 1 is 2. The same is true if you want to multiply with mixed numbers. You're going to have to make sure that everything in the 1 1/3 multiplies by 2. So Shayna, the way you did the problem, it's not that it was a wrong way, it's just that you didn't finish it. You said 1 1/3 times 2 is the same as 1 1/3 over times 2 over 1. I agreed with that. That was brilliant. But you just multiplied the fractions together. This is 1 1/3. Both of these numbers would have to multiply by 2. Now, you could pass it out. This is not what we normally do, by the way. 2 times 1 is 2, and 2 times 1/3 is 2/3. You sure could do that. Or you could do what most people do, which is instead of multiplying twice, they just convert their mixed number into an improper fraction. So we will do it that way. This is the most normal way that people do it. So 1 times 3 is 3 pieces plus 1. I have 4 pieces of size third. Now it is just one number, one fraction, and so it's really easy to multiply by another fraction. You're only going to need one act of multiplication, and you get 8/3, which of course does, if I divide 8 by 3, it goes in 2 times with 2 pieces left over. So I do get 2 2/3. So now I just showed you 1, 2, 3 ways to get to the same place. You could draw a diagram. You could pass out your multiplication so that both the whole number and the fraction multiply. But by the way, this gets really messy, especially if you're multiplying like a mixed number times another mixed number. Then I do have to do 4 acts of multiplication. What a pain in the butt. Or you can do it the easiest way, the way that most math teachers do it, the way I highly recommend, which is convert any mixed numbers to impropers before multiplying. Okay, awesome. If you have any questions about this or any other GED math concept, be sure to drop it in the comments and I'll do my best to answer it.